Hi, Michael. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, Lisa. Nice to see you again, and I've got some new progress to report here.
Oh, it's looking great just from what I can see over your shoulder. I'm excited to hear what you have to share. So let's hear it.
Well, thanks. A big part of the development since last we talked has been in creating these solar shades, these once again are the movable pieces that go around the back of the structure. It was a part of an early innovation at some type of management of the sun and the heat for the Tucson environment that Arthur Brown incorporated into this design. It's an early attempt at passive solar heating and cooling. So I created those pieces as per the blueprints. This one has its shield temporarily attached in place. And that's a corrugated material that looks like this. Corrugated metal in the real situation. And so I've built these pieces, constructed them, and then the other really major thrust of the last weeks has been in creating the hardware and the software to facilitate automatically the raising of our roof so that we can see the interior of the piece and the rotation of the solar shades, all being done hands off. And this is all, that function is initiated by a small motion detector, which will be positioned just flush on the outside of our cabinet, so that when someone comes into the museum to view the piece, their presence will be sensed by this little sensor. And that's all part of the programming that's been done. Then the roof is going to raise at a specific rate, and then it's going to stay raised for a period of time that we've got developed in the software. Right now it's at 2 minutes. And then once the roof is raised, then the solar shield is activated and automatically traverses around the back of the of the patio here. And then you'll see that move and return back to this position, and then the roof comes down again. Meantime, the lights would also be triggered on the interior of the home. So all this is being controlled automatically with sensors and motors and switches, and of course the software programming that was actually done by my son Adam to go ahead and facilitate all these actions happening automatically. And this way we have no switches on the outside of the cabinet. There's nothing to break or be abused in the museum environment, because there's a lot of wear and tear that can happen, as you know. So by using the motion sensor, this way we can accommodate visitors, and they'll get this presentation as soon as they come up to the piece. Then after the presentation, there's a delay that we've programmed into it. So even if they're still standing there, the animation will not continue to happen. It's going to take a delay, and then the sensor and all the programming will reset and be ready to be played again, all automatically. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to plug this in. This would all naturally in the final version will be attached to the wall in the museum. But imagine now that someone has approached the display. So what we're seeing now is the roof of the building elevating so that we can get a glimpse of the inside.
Oh, that's so great.
So this raises up to a height of 8 inches. It stops. The lights would have now come on. And now you can see our solar shield automatically moving around the edge of the patio. And here's our opportunity really to discuss the passive solar panels that move on this building and what their purpose is and how that's particularly suited to the Tucson environment. So the shield moves off to the side. The sun would now be allowed to come in on this southern face. And then here, some moments later, the shield moves back into place, into its original position.
That
So
is so cool. I'm so excited about it.
I know, me too. And boy, I had to do so much beforehand, and now, just to get the mechanism in play here, so that the motors can finally be hooked up. And now, as you can see, our roof is lowering again.
And I can see that you've made some progress on the interior too, quite a bit since the last time we were here.
Yes.
This is so exciting. We are developing an education program on sustainability, and this piece is going to be part of a tour that Mackenzie Mossman, our education director, is working on designing for our docents. And she's also working on a lesson plan that's going to go out to the schools. So this is going to be a part of a whole big program where classes will come to the museum, have a tour. Well, first they'll have an educator from the museum go out to the classroom and introduce the idea, the concept, and then they'll come to the museum for a tour and visit several pieces, ending with this one. Well, hopefully ending with this one, but it'll be part of the tour and it'll be the anchor of the tour. And then the students will go back to the classroom and they'll be building their own miniature dollhouses in little teams and adding some of the solar elements and doing some experimentation. So this is going to be a science and art education project, a STEAM project, and we're really excited about it. And just seeing this, and I can already hear the conversation that can be going on in the gallery with the students, talking about why did the screen move, and how does that impact the interior of the house, and why would they do that, and what time of year would they want to have them here or there, and oh, it's going to be so great. I'm so excited.
Well, that's great. Yeah, I'm excited that you're going to be going into the classrooms too, and then when they see this, yeah, it's going to prompt other questions, which will be exciting, and then the follow-up program sounds wonderful too. So, boy, I think it's really going to have an impact. It's more than just reading out of a textbook or watching a video, or this will really, I think. Boy, if I was a student, I'd get pretty excited about this, I think, So, well, that's fantastic. I'm really glad to be contributing on that level too, because I know that's something we had wanted to do right from the start, and your plans sound just really appropriate and exciting. So that's terrific.
Yeah, and it's even meeting state art standards and science standards, so that just makes it all the more exciting because we know that it will be a valuable tool to meet core curriculum. So
yes,
it's really,
and plus, not only for kids, it's going to teach adults too, and even I'm excited. I'd love to be a fly on the wall when some architects come to visit. So. Yeah, I think it's gonna be hit on a lot of different levels. So congratulations for integrating that into this piece. You did mention that I have made more progress on the interior of the building as well. What I'm going to do now is I'd like to remove the roof here. This is attached to the top of that ram, that actuator that lifts the roof. I'll carefully take this off. And let's see here. Because I wanted you to see too what's happening on the inside of the roof. The architectural detail, the way Arthur Brown created the roof here to be this series of slats that run across and over the beams is really a nice element. And one can certainly squat down and see this when the roof is open, but we'll have accompanying pictures and things on the wall so that people will be able to examine some of these other details close up. And then, so yeah, that's all happening. And then I am developing more of the interior space, and that includes the fireplace here. And the fireplace is central. It's right in the core of the hexagon building. So I'm creating that. I'm going to work my way around. This area back in here is where the kitchen is. So I'll be completing the brickwork and then working around and then beginning to develop the kitchen appliances and things, which I have great drawings and picture references for. And I'll be applying more colors to the bedrooms and such. And all this time, you know, I keep some sheets of gray paper around just to help me get a feeling too for what the surface is going to look like and how colors are going to react with what will eventually be those interior polished and exterior natural concrete surfaces. Because this is, as we've talked about before, one large concrete pad that is also a part of the solar story because it does conduct heat into the rest of the home, or coolness if the shades are in effect and functioning as they would. So yeah, this gives you a nice overview, I think, of how the whole plan is starting to come about. You can begin to see now when you come in through the entryway back here and you come in, those symmetrical bedrooms are laid out. That's them on either side. This is the big communal space here where there's a dining table and a sofa and some things and the built-in library. But you can see the big open plan here also, which is really, when I stayed there, I really got a great sense for it. And then next also I'll be erecting the glass walls, which complete the hexagon shape in the rear section here. So those will be things to come in the future. But that's about where I'm at right now. So I'm really excited to get to this point because, as always, there's unknowns and there's research and development that goes into really working things out. But you know, it's all moving in the right direction. So I'm getting really excited about it.
Well, just seeing the mechanics in action now and the complexity of that, I can see why it took a little bit longer than you might have anticipated. But it's come along beautifully. So that's really exciting. And I like the colors in the house already that we can see. It's great to see that beautiful teal blue in the bedroom, the one bedroom already. And it looks like it's a little far away in our camera view here, but it looks like you did some of the texture, the water or wash onto the brick. Did you
Yes,
you got around to that too, it looks like?
Yes, a lot of the brick.
Oh, and you got the front door.
Yeah, the
Awesome.
front entryway is also this wonderful teal color. It's different from the one in the bedroom. It's bluer.
Oh.
And then you can see the some of the brickwork and the nice variety that I've been hand painting brick by brick just to get that natural variegation we get in the brick surface.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is the only exterior surface that really has color on it. So it's a really interesting signal that he gave to people approaching the building that this is where the entryway is.
Yeah.
Very clever.
It's looking great. Really looking great.
Thank you.
Excited.
So yeah, I'm going to keep moving ahead here. Like I say, the next update, we'll see where we're at. But I know there's going to be a lot more color and built-ins and things to look at. So you know, it's going to be great. Exciting.
Yes. Well, I don't want to keep you because it looks like there's still quite a bit to do and you've only got about 2 months. So thank you for updating us and showing us the animation of the building today.
Absolutely.
That's really great. And thank you all for taking a look at Michael's progress on our project. As I mentioned, we are doing an education program in conjunction with this. And if you can support this project, we would greatly appreciate it. Your donation will also help support the launch of the educational component. for the school group. So there is a link in the email where you can make a donation to the Ball-Paylore Project. And I hope you enjoy watching the progress today. So have a great rest of the day, Michael.
Thank you, Lisa. You too. And as always, be sure to give my best to the rest of the staff. They're really great.
Yeah, I definitely will. I know Mackenzie's going to be excited to see your progress. I was hoping she could be with us today, but something came up. So wonderful, really wonderful. All right, well, I will talk to you in a few weeks, maybe 3 or 4. And I can't wait to see what happens then.
Okay, it's a date. I'll see you then.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.